Now we're going to begin the review for Chapter 6. Here is our first review question for Chapter 6. And it says Mercury has extreme high and low temperatures between night and day, and what is the cause? Okay, let's check the answer. So it's because Mercury has no atmosphere. So because Mercury has no atmosphere, that means that it gets all of the sunlight on the lit side. So it goes from extremely hot on the lit side, and on the shadow side, there's nothing to prevent the heat from escaping. So all the heat leaves. So that means that on the shaded side, it's extremely cold. So it's because Mercury has no atmosphere. Next question. Which of the following inner solar system bodies has the thickest atmosphere? And it's going to be Venus. So Venus has the thickest atmosphere out of the rocky planets. Next question. The greenhouse effect on Venus is due to what molecule or chemical in its atmosphere? So the chemical that generates the greenhouse effect in Venus's atmosphere is the same in our atmosphere, and it's carbon dioxide. All right, next one. What effect does the greenhouse effect have on Venus's surface temperature? All right, so let's see. It causes Venus to the surface temperature to be hundreds of degrees Celsius, or actually around, I believe, this in kelvins, 700 degrees Kelvin or 100 degrees Celsius, but it stays at the temperature night and day all year round. All right. Which of the following inner solar system bodies has the largest volcano? So that's going to be Mars. So because Mars has half the size of the Earth, it has a low gravity, and so that allows us to have the largest volcano in the solar system, named Olympus Mons. All right, how does the atmospheric pressure on Venus compare to Earth? So Venus's atmosphere is much thicker, so it's going to have higher surface pressure, so 90 times the surface pressure of Earth. Okay, so what causes Mars's surface to look red? So what causes Mars' surface to look red is that it has iron oxide or rust on its crust. It has a lot of iron in its crust. So now, what is the difference between Mars's northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere? And you can look at the picture to see the difference. So just like in the moon, you have regions that are flat, so these represent frozen lava lakes. So on Mars, these occur in the northern hemisphere, so they're flat, less cratered, younger frozen lava lakes. And in the southern hemisphere, you have more craters, so these represent older regions that are elevated. All right, next one. Where is most of Mars's water stored? And the picture is the hint. So, most of water is stored underground as permafrost, as underground ice, or permafrost. All right, which planet has the smallest change in surface temperature and why? So this is a review. We just mentioned that before. It's Venus. So Venus has a thick atmosphere with the runaway greenhouse effect, and it causes its temperature to be hundreds of degrees Celsius night and day all year round, and that is what causes it to have the smallest temperature range of the terrestrial planets. Next one, which planet has the least atmosphere? So that planet is Mercury. So because it's the closest to the sun, it has the least atmosphere. And also it has the smallest gravity as well, which contributes to it having the least atmosphere. All right, this completes the review for Chapter 6.